Yo. Damn, what the fuck up with my hair, bruh? The fuck going on with my hair, bruh? What the fuck going on in Miami, bruh? Hold on. World, hold on. Instead of messing with our future, open up your heart. World, hold on. Come on. Everybody in the universe. Yeah, low-key, that's the best I'm getting. Low-key, that's just the best I'm getting. High-key, maybe. I don't know. It plays everything. Your PS5 can run Steam now. Oh, how great. Cream style golden corn. What in the fuck is that? DIY sausage faucet sprayer with a balloon. A water balloon. Yes! Chicago bully picked the wrong guy at Mr. Beef. Bro, if someone did it to me, I'm not like, I would film their fucking bitch ass. And I'm saying, like, I bought the Nintendo 2 Switch's GPU to see how good it really is. What the fuck does the Nintendo Switch have? Like a 2060 or some shit? Like a 3060 or some shit? Well, yeah, we have the fucking 5060 nowadays. God damn. Slow time. Like, I don't understand this piece of hair. Like, it never wants to go here for some fucking reason. I just need to cut it off and then boom, tsak. Boom, shakalaka. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, it's your boy, Skinny Penis. Alright. Well. How are we all doing today? Yo, can you like suck a cock? Suck a caca dicka punch a bunch of bullets coming from AKs, ARs, y'all, duck. That's what mama said when we was eating that free lunch. Oh man, goddamn, all hell broke loose. What the fuck happened there? Anyways, let's just gaming desk. What the fuck is a coil desk? 1,800? Are we the Raz? What for, bruh? Is it because it's made by Herman Miller?
If you put the corn like this directly
Like
in
this?
the microwave, it will cook the kernels like normal. But if you use a special kind
those are the
of dried
popcorn.
out cob, place it in a paper bag and fold the
Those are
ends
the
over,
popcorners.
and then put it in the microwave, the tiny amount of water left in each kernel will heat up, creating
I mean, like, bro, the name of popcorn is literally popcorn. Popped corn, bro. Like, that's literally the name of the fucking... The game, you know what I'm saying?
Open the shell, exploding right on the cob. And when you pull it out and add some butter and salt, you can enjoy your popcorn on the cob.
Okay.
He cut the ropes from the whale.
Well, am I the
before
only
its
one
tail
who really doesn't
swung up
like...
and smashed into him. You see, for 15 years, he fought...
Am I the only one who, like, really doesn't like popcorn that much? Like, bro, sweet popcorn? Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Or, like... cheese popcorn. Those are the only good ones. Let's be honest. Sweet popcorn, caramel popcorn, and cheese popcorn. Those are the only good popcorns. Everything else is shit.
The ropes dug into their skin, cutting deeper
Opa.
each time they swam, stopping them
Oh,
from
no.
reaching the surface to breathe. So he cut the ropes, pulled the lines, and set dozens of whales free. And each rescue made him more confident while working inches away from the huge creatures. But the one he freed that day swung its tail as it swam away. And just like that,
Oh,
his final
shit.
act of compassion became the cause of his death.
Damn,
He cut the
that
rope
bitch smoked his
away
ass.
before its tail swung up and smashed into him. You see, for 15 years, he followed whales that were tangled in fishing gear.
Final act of compassion became the cause of his death. That's fucked up. I was visiting my mom in the hospital and saw this car. Oh no. What happened here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What the fuck, bro? Oh shit, I thought he was gonna fully break his ass. But like, what's the fucking appeal to doing this? Like, I don't get it. My heart's a stereo. Is it not in listen close? Oh oh. Oh. The water looks kind of dirty, man. Okay.
Honey on the go. This one is nice, but this one has a spoon. So you just
Honey on the go.
look at that honey.
Look at that honey.
It to the coffee and then don't creamer and mix it. Comes with a spoon. This one is nice. But
Bro, how much fucking honey do you put, man? God damn.
Life hack dispenser right here. Honey on the go. This one is nice, but this one has a spoon. So you just open it.
Okay.
Let's cook something for the first match of the 2026 World Cup. When it comes to food, Mexico...
Bro, even he's getting fucking paid by the fucking World Cup. Are we the ass? Fucking Americans, dude, with their stupid propaganda, bro. And goodbye. I mean, he deserves that, bro. What the fuck are you doing, like? Oh, that's nice. No, that's sweet. What the fuck?
Turn on the heating and cooling system. There's a gap under this over the threshold, and you can hear it sucking that air in.
Hey, that's quite a big hole under there. What the fuck? Ooh.
Here, check this out.
Ooh, that's that American engineering. That's that American houses. Yeah.
The answer is crazy.
That's the American.
Zero-G plane
Ah, the
is
American
toward the ground. It's making everyone and everything inside
houses.
weightless, and that includes the fuel, which isn't designed to be weightless. So it starts to float away from the fuel pumps at the bottom of the tanks,
Oh.
meaning the fuel isn't getting sucked into the fuel lines and to the engines to power the plane. And at this point, a countdown starts because you have about 30 seconds before the engines run out of fuel. So the sensors at the bottom of the tanks cause alarms to go off. They're saying low fuel, alert, alert. And it's this pilot's job to double check that it's only the alarms that they expected and then turn them off. Fortunately, the zero gravity maneuver only takes about 22 seconds, meaning there's just enough residual fuel
Damn.
in the pipes to keep
So
the
that's why
engines running. But
it
this
takes so little
pilot's job
time.
is even harder. To find out why, subscribe.
Damn.
Most
Okay.
people know that PlayStation 2's
I mean, shit. I mean, When I do it in GTA, it's pretty easy. I feel like these guys are just
Have
bad
the
at their
ability to
job.
rotate this little logo, so no matter if the console is horizontal or vertical, the logo will always be upright. But personally,
Cool.
I think the Xbox 360 is even cooler. You know how it has
No,
these four
no,
green
no,
lights?
no. Bro, if you keep the Xbox 360 upright like this and you try to put a fucking disc in there, GG. GG. You're dead. You're dead. Your CD's gone, buddy. You need to order a fucking new one. G fucking G.
To show which controllers which ones.
But that happened to me on with Bully, bro. I was like halfway through the game. I just beaten the one mission where you date the fucking preppy bitch chick Lola, whatever the fucking name is, bro. Like the rich bitch.
On. Well, if you take the console
And bro,
and turn
like-
it sideways, turns out there's a built-in accelerometer that keeps the orientation of the lights correct. Pretty neat. Most people know that PlayStation.
Yeah, but there isn't a fucking built-in accelerometer to detect the fact that, you know, your console is in the upright position so that your disc doesn't scratch the shit. Okay. With a disc in it, you could have a bad day. Exactly, bro. Like. Yep, exactly. Like, holy fuck.
Well, there you go, guys.
Most people know that PlayStation 2's and early model PlayStation 3.
Yep, exactly, bro. That's what happened to me. I did not know,
There you
bro.
go, guys.
That seems like a pretty big fucking design flaw. Okay, well, if you're so confident on it, then put your dick in there, huh? Huh? Come on, then. It's about the same size. Come on, now. The top 3. What? So you have to pay to use the road? What the fuck? Yeah, bro, America's a different kind of fucking shit. Like, shit, yeah, you do have to pay here for, you do have to pay the fucking, for the, which is, by the way, such fucking horseshit. Like, you already pay such high taxes and then you have to pay to use the fucking highway? Like, I read that ass. Get the fuck out of here.
Much thicker whenever you fold it up. Crumble it up, maybe put something inside there. Boom. Now it's protected. Put some tape over it, ready to go. I got it here, one of a kind packaging. Save space and it's very satisfying and really fast.
Safety is number one priority. True. True. I mean, true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty true. But then you also feel kind of bad, but then also at the same time, you're like, well, do I feel bad enough to actually put in some work with this shit? And then the answer is always no. I mean, bro, who the fuck still plays Fortnite like? Okay, true. That's pretty true. But the Opa. Bro, I used to play so many good fucking Flash games back in the day, bro.
This is
I used to play
easiest
so
way
many
to
good
learn
Flash
how to cook,
games.
Because in 2017, IKEA released free recipe sheets designed for people who struggle in the kitchen. All you had to do was place each ingredient directly over its printed outline. And once everything is matched up, you simply roll up the paper and place it in the oven, leaving you with a complete meal with no skills required. This is the easiest way.
Does that actually work though? Looks like a crafting table. If that works, that's actually a cool idea. Okay, what the fuck does that serve then, bro? What are you gonna put in there, bro?
He slammed a dead cat onto the table, right in the middle of a serious conversation. Now, everyone's focused on the cat, and the original conversation is forgotten. Now, this is called the dead cat strategy. If the news won't stop pushing a story,
makes sense.
you start seeing it everywhere, until before you realize it, you're focused on it too. Meanwhile, something quieter and more important
Yeah.
slips by unnoticed.
Yeah.
Dead
Reminds me of the files. Yeah. That's what the fucking Trump did, bro. Like, he released the files, quote unquote, released them. But then, like, you know, the actual fucking important shit behind them never got released. But, you know, it's a dead cat thing. where they make you think like, oh look, hey, look at this dead cat. I'm like, boom, zack, and then you don't think about anything else. Ooh, that I like the way that looks. Like I honestly want to eat that. Can birds have OCD? What is that? A dove or a pigeon? Oh, you're doing it backwards.
How are we gonna get?
Bro, I kind of want to watch.
Into here with our vibrator, of course.
I kind of want to watch Forged in Fire again, bro.
It's not moving. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look
it's
at that.
moving.
Look at that. Simple application of a vibrator.
Okay, how do you turn off?
Long hold.
Okay, don't lie like you don't know, huh?
Put it into pulse mode.
Don't act like you don't know. How do you turn it off type bullshit? Come on now. We all know you know how to use it.
Mine died.
Oh no. Can't have your vibrator die in the middle of it.
I know.
We're in the middle of it.
We haven't even finished. We're not that type of channel, I swear, people.
How are we gonna get?
Top and cup. Vintage cup.
Top and cup.
So you top, and then drink it, pour half of it, and then line it up with this one and top. Top it all the way. Oh wow, it's stuck in there almost. Boom.
Boom.
Test. Wow, it's not bubbling out, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Awesome. Maybe so don't shake it and pop it again, and you can top it again. Love it. Coming out a little bit, just don't shake it. It definitely holds the pressure.
So how about you just don't? How about you just buy a normal fucking bottle and don't buy a glass bottle? Like, these are such a fucking waste. Like the amount of liquid in there is really not very much, and it's just always more expensive because it's in fucking glass. Like, you're paying for the fucking glass bottle. Like, I mean, bro, average Siege player, like, that's just how everyone plays Siege, bro. Fucking pre-fire every corner.
I thought you said you're dead, but not bad. That is not my talk.
Okay. Ooh, hold on now. I mean, that looks very old. It looks like you could get some fucking metal shavings and tetanus in there, but still, that was kind of satisfying, low key. Why were there so many like can openers back in the day? Were cans like much more common or what? I think so, right? And people really used to love tin cans. Ooh, this one is pretty good. I swear, like, pretty much every single can here in Europe is like the one where you, where it comes like with a self-opener. Does that not exist in America? Like, is that just another one of those things where America just don't make sense? Oh damn, this one cuts the whole lid off. Shit. That one's a bit brutal, damn. Fruit cocktail.
It's fresh. You want the donut?
What y'all doing over here, man?
I'm just trying to like look for your kind.
Yeah, you got an ID on you?
I have a fishing license.
You guys are trying to be funny.
2 for 1. Oh dang, this is good bait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all got any tips?
Tip for what?
Maybe like if it was jelly filled.
I don't eat donuts.
I wonder why you're fit. You probably catch me. Come on, little fella.
Okay.
Fresh.
Motherfuckers really wanted that donut. They needed backup intro.
This guy has no left or right paw showing. Actually, there is a bit of right paw. From the top, his symmetry is pretty good. His tail is tucked in pretty well. There is a bit of this part just sticking out.
Oh, you come on, bro. Stop annoying him, bro. Don't annoy him.
If possible, let go of those people in your life that are always negative.
They use a sharp
I mean,
knife to
true.
cut the fin off the shark before throwing it
Hey,
back
man,
in the
what?
water.
That's just like
Without the fins,
torture.
the
Like,
shark
what?
can't swim, leading to a slow and painful
What
death.
the fuck
The
is
fin
wrong
then
with
made
people?
into soup, which is served at weddings as a
Okay,
symbol
dude.
of wealth.
And of
But
course,
since
it's
mostly made
fucking
of
humans
tissue,
being
it
fucking
really just tastes
evil
like
again,
nothing.
bro.
And it's actually the broth that gives the soup flavor, meaning millions of sharks die every year
Jesus Christ,
for no
man.
good reason. They use a
Humans are such cruel, miserable pieces of shit, huh?
A while ago, I tried making instant ice with Mountain Dew. However, the Mountain Dew I used had 0 sugar and none of the flavor got frozen in with the ice. So today we're back with real regular Mountain Dew, the good green stuff to try.
Ugh.
This is the portable off-grid freezer.
But I used to drink a bit of Mountain Dew as a kid. I don't even know what the fuck you would describe Mountain Dew as, bro. Like, it just tastes like Sprite, but like with more cancer, low-key. Like,
ice cubes in just 12 minutes. However, I'm not sure how the EcoFlow Glacier is going to handle
also,
the
yeah, what
sugar-infused
isn't Sprite
syrup
supposed to be like
solution.
grape flavored or some shit?
Dyed green. It looks like this time around the ice cubes are much more slushy than before. It's like a Mountain Dew slushy that froze all of the flavor inside. That is actually amazing. Real Mountain Dew.
Okay,
We're at
cool.
Circle K. Let's see how bad their gas is. First, we gotta fill this up with some water. Now we fill this up with gas, and we'll see how much water content they have in their gas.
$20.
That filled up with 87 gas. Put the cap on, got it in water, give it a little shake, and you're supposed to let it sit.
Bro, what the fuck is the color of that truck?
Looks like it's got about 7% ethanol, and the water's pretty clear, so there's not too much water down. Let's go try the Shell. We're at Circle K. Let's see
Okay,
how bad.
is that good? I don't know if that's good or not. I guess I'm getting gas quality inspection on my algorithm. But if you know, it's crazy when fucking Americans are fucking complaining when their gas is like so much cheaper than in Europe. Okay.
Fun fact.
Also, why the fuck they call it gas? Like, that just makes no fucking sense. It genuinely just makes no sense. A gas is, well, a gas.
Introduced Jane-friendly meal options to their cafeterias, closing a loophole students have been exploiting for years. Stanford requires all students living on campus to purchase a dining hall meal plan, which costs around $8,000 a year. Unless the student applies for a medical or religious exemption, because there's no food on the meal plan.
$8K a year. Oh, so what? Like fucking $700 a month? Like what the fuck kind of food are they feeding them? Like,
A lot of
hello?
people don't want to buy the mandatory meal plan and would rather cook for themselves. So over the years, students have searched for new
And it's mandatory. Of fucking course it is, bro. Like, bro, nah, America just pisses me off on such a fucking high degree,
And
bro.
in recent years, a growing number of
Like,
students have claimed
bro,
to be
how do people not talk about this more often? America is literally designed from the core to rip you off as much as possible. It is literally made to scam you over and over and over again and take as much money away from you as fucking possible, bro.
Jain to qualify for the religious exemption.
Like,
Jainism is one of the oldest religions in the world, originating in the Indus Valley, and while it shares many similarities to Hinduism, it's its own distinct faith. Jains are religiously non-violent, and nothing they eat can be killed. They don't even eat potatoes because you have to kill the plant when you harvest them.
Oh, interesting.
Which made Jainism the perfect religious exemption, because the diet is so restrictive. But when students from Middle America started claiming the Jain religious exemption, Stanford knew something was up. Rather than investigate every student, Stanford started offering Jain meal options in the cafeterias so everyone could buy the mandatory meal plan. Fun fact,
Okay.
Stanford has introduced Jain-friendly...
Like, what a disgusting fucking... It's some biblical levels of greed, yeah, bro. Like, what a decrepit fucking country.
So paint tag. First of all, fill it up, then screw it on for the candle. Light up the candle, turn it up or turn it down. Depends how much light you want. And also I can use it with the stove. Same thing. Turn it on and we have a really nice powerful stove. Smallest propane tank. First of all, fill it up.
Okay.
We just got this PC in and it needs a repair. We bought this off of Facebook Marketplace for a good discount, but they said it had a bad PSU. I don't believe anybody, so we have to test things for ourselves. First and foremost, the PSU is not bad.
Well, yeah, the PSU is not bad because
we can turn on
Yep.
the PC. So let's see if we get a display and what's going on. First and foremost, we're going to do the easiest and low-hanging fruit, which is RAM. Plus, at any chance I get to RAM a motherboard, I do it. Just make sure whenever you're doing a repair like this, you have a known set of working RAM. That way you don't have to diagnose more things later on. So first and foremost, we put a new stick in the first DIMM, and there's a
bro,
reason
like
we're doing
RAM without heat sinks on it looks so fucking ugly, bro.
This is going to let us know if the motherboard or CPU are bad, because if one will boot and another one will not, we have either a bent pin on the CPU or something broken and or a motherboard issue. And what you'll notice is different codes are throwing for different slots on the motherboard. So that's going to lead
Oh,
to
shit.
the CPU is bad or the motherboard itself. And once we inspected the CPU, all of our worst fears are
Oh, bent
we have
pins.
broken pins.
Oh,
So we have to go ahead
broken.
and take this apart.
How though? Like, once the CPU is already fitted in, how is it broken? Or did he like try to like take it out and put it back in and then
Get
it
some
broke?
donor pins and fix this issue. If you've never fixed pins on a CPU,
Yeah,
or
that's a
motherboard,
fucking.
these
It's
can
a
be tricky,
pain.
to say the least.
It's a
Mainly
pain in the
because it's a very
fucking
delicate
dick.
process, and we have to take pins from a donor CPU.
It's
So
a
we're just gonna
pain in
rub
the
off these
dick.
pins and start placing them with some flux and solder. So
Like
this is the
these
hard
pins
part,
are
is with the
insanely
hot
small.
air.
Thank fuck they stopped doing this with AM5, bro. Like, holy shit.
blow over the pin.
Thank God they stopped putting the pins on the fucking
So we're
CPU.
just using our hot air rework station and blowing some hot air so we can melt the solder onto the CPU.
Like, it's much easier to bend the pins if they are on the CPU itself than if they are on the motherboard,
Here's our
no?
finished product on one of those sides. Now it's time for the test to see if they actually stick and if we can get a boot out of the CPU. And we're getting codes to actually function, so it's looking good. Boom, we got a fixed CPU. We just got
Okay.
this PC
Not
in.
bad, not bad, not bad. Dun, 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 never a frown.
Go into this clock,
Into this cloak.
and then you wanna pop it open like this.
Ooh, wait, that was kind of smooth. Hold on now, hold on.
Into this clock, just like that.
Wait, that was kind of smooth with
And
it.
then you wanna pop it open like
Ooh, hold on, that kind of did something to me.
Hold on, I got you, man. I got you. Get out. Thank you, man. I guess. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hey, yo, come on, man. Come on, get out. Thank you.
My name is Ravini Suchi IV. Your act of kindness will be paid back greatly.
Driver license and...
Okay. My dog ate a protein bar was in my room. I don't think that's a dog, man. Shit.
And the other day I made these homemade Rice Krispies, and I was left with a massive jar of them that I needed to use up. The obvious solution to that problem was to make my own Rice
So what is he,
Krispies.
deep frying fucking rice?
That, of course, is to make my own marshmallow.
Oh, did he put in there creatine?
But never once has that stopped me from trying. Homemade marshmallows is one of those.
No, there's no way he put fucking creatine marshmallows, right?
Making pointless things is basically my bread and butter. I might rephrase that.
My bread and butter.
What would I need to
Why did bro say it like that?
to dive as deep as a whale? I mean, we're both mammals. How hard could this be? Turns out insanely hard. As I dive down, I'm running out of air really fast. But our whale friend can go for 2 hours, and that's not because of their lungs. It's because of their muscles, which can store up to 10 times more oxygen thanks to a special protein. But as we go farther, the pressure is increasing by a whole atmosphere every 10 meters. Our whale friend is thriving, but my lungs are shrinking.
It's crazy, man.
About a
Crazy
fourth of
thing,
their
huh?
regular volume, and the buildup of oxygen in there could be forced into my bloodstream. Levels. But our whale friend has a clever solution. They actually remove the air from their lungs, letting them collapse. But now the pressure is so intense that my chest is squeezing as it fights my rigid rib cage. So I'll borrow the whale's flexible rib cage. Extra cartilage at the connecting points allows their ribs to literally fold in, collapsing with their lungs. The next thing I'm gonna need is a giant head. A whale's head has oil in it that we think can turn into a solid, acting like an anchor and helping them dive. Wait for me.
What
All
the
of these
fuck?
adaptations allow some whales to dive over 2,000 meters.
Damn.
But now I see that there's something else lurking in the deep. To find out what, you gotta
Bro, 2,000? 2 kilometers. That's actually insane. As a mammal that, like, you know, doesn't breathe
He gave him a
water.
uniform and made him an official mascot. The monkey marched with the troops and lived in the trenches. And
Damn,
even helped
okay.
keep guard. tugging at the
They had
soldier's
they had
clothes,
Stubby, they had
soldier's
they had
clothes
Stubby, they had
and
the
an
monkey,
enemy
they had
approaching.
everyone, man.
When his owner was shot in the shoulder, the baboon tried to save him by licking the wound. Not long after, they were struck with a shell,
Oh
which blew
no.
off most of the animal's
No.
leg. But both of them survived, and they were sent home as heroes.
Damn. Damn, that's actually a tough picture, bro. That's a tough picture.
He adopted.
That's such a tough picture. What the hell?
Okay, so I bought a new bottle of lotion
I guess he didn't do as much as fucking
because my
Stumpy
pump
did. What the
stopped
fuck was his name?
pumping it out. I just wanted to share because this is how much product I would have been wasting if I didn't cut the bottle open. Okay, so I bought a new bottle of lotion because my pump stopped pumping it out. I just wanted to share because
That's some thick fucking lotion. God damn. Great, now the pump is scamming people and the pump wants to be wasted.
I would have been wasting if I didn't cut the bottle open. Okay, so I bought a new bottle of lotion because my pump
Try
stopped
shaking the lotion before using it. Looks like the product the bottom is
share
condensed and
because this
thicker.
is
Well,
how-
yeah, that doesn't look like the consistency
idiot
lotion
designed this thing?
that, you know, gets pumped out should be.
You did, sir. Fair enough. Wilson, fire somebody. Yes, sir, Mr. President. What idiot designed
I mean,
this?
that's AI slop.
Huh? No, not him. It's some other guy. Hey!
I mean, like, what the fuck is this guy fucking stupid? Are talking about how they just chuck packages. Y'all are bad employees.
Did you know that if you can just do this, and you can do
I mean, surely it should be fine though, right? Like, isn't that what the fucking packaging is for? Is that it can survive all that?
do this,
I mean, he should still, like, you know, make a complaint or whatever the fuck.
This lock, and no one's able to pick it either. Look at these new style keys that no one can pick. Maybe that.
And hey, if it's broken, shit, he has the fucking video footage.
I'm not sure which lockpicking guy you mean, but I will use my tensioner in 40 thousandths and a quintrake from Covert Instruments to open this lock.
Bro, like, how did these people get into this fucking... Wait a minute. Wait, am I on fucking Marvel Rivals this whole time? Oh, man. Bro, how many fucking people use, like... Like, how did these people get into... Hold on. What? Alright. Well.
So I have this right
Well.
here.
Okay.
It's a can of
Wow.
cream corn from World War II. I want to open it up and see what kind of bacteria we can find in it.
The one thing that I don't like about it is $200,000. Does that mean it's filled with botulism or something?
Poke the hot nail.
Yeah, I kind of need to
causing a lot of you to
do
ask me to find
something.
it.
So,
point guns at you
yeah, I'll be right
people
back.
get
Well,
arrested
not
and
right back. I
sued
don't know
for
how long it's
1.3
gonna
million.
take, but
I
you know,
decided
whatever.
enough was enough. This looks like a case for the internet detective. This time in the $10 million Lego studio. So I talked to every suspect involved. What I found shocked me. Okay, before we can find these missing Legos, let's give some background. A massive Star Wars collection was put on consignment at a Lego store called Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon. Consignment just means the owner, Brian Mansell, gave it to a store to sell, and he was supposed to get a cut when it sold. The entire time, he maintained ownership of the collection, and a social media post estimated it to be worth about $200,000. But then, on November 14th, 2024, everything went wrong. This was the night that Crystal and Ben Gorman, the prior franchise owners of the Salem store, got kicked out by this guy. That is Brandon Best. He and his partner, Josh Johnson, ran a sister store in Eugene, Oregon. And Brandon drove up that night to kick the Gormans out. Brandon and Josh would be taking over the franchise in Salem. And this is the exact moment the Legos go missing. As that store is getting handed over, the question is Brian's collection in it? Here's what the official Bricks and Minifigs press release reads. Quote, after taking over the store, we discovered a small number of sets valued between $2,000 to $5,000 that could be possibly related to Mr. Mansell's collection. But there's a problem here. There should be over 10 times that amount in this store, given their internal records and what we know the estimated value of this collection was. So if corporate's saying there was only $2,000 to $5,000 in the store, something happened to these Legos. But what? In order to solve this case, let's think about the suspects. First, who was there that night of the handover? It's only 3 people. Crystal and Ben Gorman, the former franchise owners, and Brandon Best, one of the new owners. These are our 3 biggest suspects, but they aren't the only ones. I want to address a few other suspects at the very start here. First of all, maybe this is just all the result of, plain old thieves breaking in. What about that possibility?
Hi, I am Chris. I was the previous franchise owner who signed the collection agreement with Brian Mansell.
And I'm Benjamin Gorman. I am the silent partner who's really bad at being silent.
We did have a couple of break-ins at the store. None of Brian's collections were in the police report or stolen during those.
Okay, so the Gormans say emphatically it wasn't thieves, but if that's the case, what about the guy who was arrested? I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Reckless Ben. This is the YouTuber who started it all. With a documentary, I tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of Lego. Maybe it's the perfect crime. Make a video tracking yourself. Now, for our theory, it's worth noting Ben is currently facing a RICO lawsuit by Bricks and Minifigs. He was even targeted with a search warrant for stolen Legos.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
The owner reported overhearing conversations about possible stolen Legos.
And on top of that, Reckless Ben was even accused of stealing the Legos by the current franchise owner.
I stole the Legos?
What do you think of the theory that it was Reckless Ben? He stole the Legos.
It's absurd. We didn't even know Reckless Ben. He
Yeah.
had no interaction, no relation to us, no relation to the store. That doesn't hold any water.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Apologies to the genius cops in Utah who play different.
We play differently here.
But I don't believe that Reckless Ben stole the Lego, mostly because he couldn't. He just wasn't there that night, and I don't even think he knew about these Legos. But who does Ben suspect is holding the Legos since he did this whole documentary series?
The guy who runs the entire company, Ammon McNeff, he personally came out to talk to us.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Is that a lie?
No.
That's a lie. You did take the Legos.
No.
So we have, our attorneys have visited, but like, again, so who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who is that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Never happened.
My name is Ammon McNeff. I am the CEO of the Bricks and Minifigs brand.
So my name's Matt McNeff. I'm the COO of Bricks and Minifigs.
The people you just saw are the McNeff brothers. They agreed to speak with me to try to clear their name. I asked them, do they have the Legos?
What I can tell you is that we don't have it. We've never had access to them.
It seems to kind of go missing, parts of it seem to go missing on November 14th.
Well, and I guess no, not at all. I'm gonna say, you know, like that is not accurate at all. Because
so you think that the collection was in the store at the time or elsewhere?
Elsewhere. When you look at Mansell's own words that he reiterated to a podcast last year, he explicitly stated to another podcaster, the sets were moved off-site for security.
The collection will not be stored on site after hours for security reasons, and after Sunday, the sets will be available for purchase but stored elsewhere.
Now, one thing that's been a big subject of the Bricks and Minifigs kind of story is, hey, there are these off-site locations. Can you address what that is? Is that true?
So the off-site location in the letter that that corporate is referring to is the original press release that we released when we were launching the collection. In that press release, because we had previous break-ins, I specifically included the location that after this weekend, those Legos would be stored off-site to deter any future thefts. They were briefly stored off-site after that launch weekend while I bought safes for the back room, and then they were moved back into the store.
Okay, so for most of the time, the sets were in the store after y'all got the safes in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so Ammon McNeff suspects that a lot of the Legos weren't there that night. And then on the other hand, we just heard from Crystal and Ben Gorman explaining the off-site story, saying that later they no longer used those off-site locations. But what do we really know about the Gormans? They are the former franchise owners after all. I mean, shouldn't we be suspicious of everyone? They're one of our key suspects. They were there the night we lost Brian's collection. They were the creators of the consignment deal after all. And one group in particular is pointing their finger at them very hard. It's the McNeffs who say they were behind on payments.
We started getting calls from the landlord letting us know that Crystal was behind on the lease payments at the location. We had also gotten a couple of notices from some of our vendor partners that bills had not been paid by the store. And so we felt pretty strongly that there was going to be a risk of her just, like attempting to file bankruptcy, doing some of these other types of things, which we've had franchisees do in the past, and that's problematic. So that's why we sent him up there to take some video footage. So we needed to just be prepared if we needed to do a hostile takeover, which, can happen in franchising where a franchise owner just, kind of tries to steal inventory and do some different things that way.
Okay, so Bricks and Minifigs' story is that they were worried about the Gormans skipping town, so they sent Brandon Best as a secret shopper on October 24th, 2024. This is weeks before the takeover. Brandon takes a video of the store condition in preparation for this handover, but at this point, Brandon does not announce himself to Crystal Gorman. Later, though, on November 14th, once again, the same concern about the Gormans stealing or theft was expressed by the McNeffs.
Brandon was trying to make sure that they weren't taking things from the store, and so he was kind of trying to make sure that he wasn't putting things, like hiding things in the back, and that and while he was watching that, trying to make sure Ben wasn't grabbing stuff from the store and moving it or doing anything along those lines, because he just got a weird feeling about the whole transition.
She took at least one, if not more than one, cartfuls of things out to her car with her coat draped over it.
So yeah, the McNeffs say, look, they don't trust the Gormans. And they explained it, even further. They said, hey, there's some issues in her past.
She apparently has a retail theft and other criminal arrests on her record that we were not aware of.
When was that?
I don't know. This has been brought out by several people online now.
Now look, that's a huge accusation to bring up. And so obviously I wanted to talk to the Gormans about it. They're like, she has a history of some type of burglary, theft.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yes.
Well,
You
explain.
know about this.
Explain.
Yeah, when I was 19 years old.
How long ago is that?
I am 45 now. So this was in 1999. This, something that happened 25 years ago, has no reflection and no bearing on what happened in the last 2 years, my management of the store, what happened the night corporate seized the store. It is another deflection, and it infuriates me. You're gonna try to publicly embarrass and shame me for somebody that was manipulated by local police departments when she was pregnant and 19 years old? F you. That's my response to that. I am so sorry. You're gonna have to blur and cut a lot of this, but that pisses me off. I own what I have done. I own the mistakes that I have made. You cannot intimidate and bully me into backing down when I know that legally and morally I am in the right and I have the evidence to back it up.
Wow, this is getting kind of nasty and personal at this point, and I just wanted to give people kind of their side. But at every turn, I hope you understand, I'm getting contradictory stories, down to if the McNeffs knew about her history in the first place.
Like, they're bringing up something that I told them about.
Wait, you told them?
Told them. They asked me.
They said they had no idea. They said if we knew, we would have never hired her.
Because we would not have hired her had we known this.
I told them I had a record from when I was 18. There was a family issue that, and didn't go into all of the details, but they were like, that's so long ago, we're gonna hire you based on who you are now.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. You guys can make up your own mind. My point is, one side says up, the other says down, and it gets to the point both sides start hinting that they have photographic proof from the night of November 14th that proves the other side is lying. And so I'm like, look, at this point, let's stop talking. Show me the Legos. Where I was told we are 100% have possession of photos that prove that the Gormans are lying. And then you guys are telling me we 100% have possession of photos that prove this side's lying. Who's gonna drop the photos first? I mean, I feel like someone just has to, somebody's right here. And after a lot of convincing, both sides agreed to show me the photos, corporate and the Gormans. In fact, I scheduled the calls to do this an hour apart from each other. But let's remember their positions for a second. The Gormans say whatever was left unsold of Brian's collection that was in that store spreadsheet was in Salem store the night of November 14th. Then you have corporate side. They say whatever was left that night was maybe $2,000 to $5,000 of Legos. The rest was either stolen by thieves, the Gormans, or held off site. It was not in that store. And on both sides, there's a lot to lose here, right? You've got the Gormans, who basically have been insinuated to have been stealing. And for Josh and Brandon too, the new franchise owners, there's a lot on the line. I reached out to Josh and he told me, I think her pictures would only show a few sets and minifigs. I replied, so if I can prove that the Lego sets were in the store, that will prove Brandon was lying. Josh replies, if it shows something different, then yes, I will eat my words. So the stakes have been established. And let's see the evidence, starting with Matt McNeff. First, he showed me the video, October 24, 2024, for a baseline of how the store looked. So this is the Salem Kaiser location, is that correct?
Salem Kaiser location, yes.
So is it fair to say I'm seeing quite a few Legos here? I mean, I'm seeing a store of Legos. You'd agree?
There's a good amount of Lego on hand. This isn't what I would say is a well-stocked bricks and minifigs, but it's not terrible. It's I would say a little below average as far as overall stock. So now let's go to November 14th. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So November 14th, when Brandon was in there helping.
Wait, this is the day. This is like the big day.
This is the day.
Hold on, I gotta prep myself emotionally for this.
Okay.
This is a big deal. This is D-Day. This is the big moment. This is Brandon takes over the store. We don't know where the Legos are after this moment.
We don't know where the Legos are after this moment. And I want to point out again that we've had this for a while. We haven't this is the first time we've shown this publicly. We've been waiting for our attorneys to give us the approval to say, hey, this is okay now to share in this capacity. So we'll go through these pictures. This is what Josh saw, Brandon saw. He took pictures of everything in the store, all the inventory in the store. this is what the shelves look like compared to what you just saw a moment ago.
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot less. Just to state the obvious, go back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like way less. So yeah, the pictures I was being shown on November 14th, those shelves looked emptier than they did on the day of October 24th. But to be fair to the Gormans, they addressed the empty shelves themselves.
As we get to the very end of this video in particular, right here, you'll see that empty space right here. So this is the retired and certified set section that we have to keep separate from the new in box current sets being sold by Lego. All those empty spaces up there were the sets that we had on display during the day from Brian's collection that every night when the store closed, we pulled off and put back into the safe and then put back out in the morning.
So when they say, see, there's empty space on the shelves, yeah, because we put them in safes at night to keep them safe.
Because we have giant windows.
Yeah, it's an explanation that kind of makes sense given the history of burglary. Now, of course, this is something I had to ask the McNeffs about. Is this a case of, did y'all see Star Wars sets in the back? Did y'all not see the Star Wars sets in the back? Did he take, not in the back, but specifically in a safe? Like there were a bunch of Star Wars sets in a safe. Did Brandon see those? Has there been talk of those? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. My understanding is that he took pictures of everything, and all those photos I showed you of the Star Wars were all the photos, or was literally all the Star Wars inventory in the store.
Yeah, the McNeffs say all of the photos should be with Brandon of all the Star Wars items. And to be fair to them, they showed me a lot more pictures and even showed me a spreadsheet of all the Star Wars sets in the store the night Brandon took it over. And it valued to about like $5,000 to $10,000 or so. But then I had to ask, oh, sorry, here's another kind of set.
Okay.
Do you think y'all have all of these?
Very likely.
Okay.
Again, I'd be surprised if we didn't.
But then I couldn't help myself. I started to bring up some of Crystal's photos to see if they matched up. Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
So do you see that?
Yep.
So do you see it's in like some kind of like a safe thing? I don't know if you can see the sides there.
Looks like a bookshelf to me, but sure.
Okay, sure, yeah. So I think the important thing is making sure that all of these are in the inventory four-man cell.
Sure. Sure, that's cool.
75041.
Yep. The Vulture Droid.
75169.
169 I'm not seeing, so there may be... Okay, so there's one that is not on our list.
Let's try this. 10240.
Okay, nope, not seeing that one either.
What about 9493?
3. I don't see that one either. So maybe those were locked at the time, and Brandon did not get those pictures.
All right, that's kind of a problem because the Gormans had over 200 photos of this store. I definitely knew looking at these photos, there's a lot more Legos in the Gormans photos, by quite a lot that Brandon's photos just didn't show. But corporate didn't really see it that way.
But still, in the grand scheme of things, we're not talking, again, 10 times the amount of sets here.
I don't know. I haven't shown all the photos yet. I don't know exactly how much.
If there's a calculable figure that we can look at and say, great, this is what was there, I promise you it's not $100,000 worth of Lego. And so where's the rest of it? He got me. I don't know.
Maybe I'm a little too in my head about this U-Haul story. You don't think it could have been some U-Haul thing? There's no way. Oh, yeah, have we talked about the U-Haul yet? We gotta talk about the U-Haul for a second. This is another one of those things that was like really disputed between the two parties, was this U-Haul that supposedly was driven up to the store the night of the takeover.
So when Brandon came to the store that night, he was driving a U-Haul truck.
Now, in typical fashion, this was immediately disputed.
Brandon showed up to the Salem store in a rental car. When he came to get the keys from Crystal, he was there in a rental car, not in a U-Haul.
It wasn't until after he told me he was taking the keys and locking me out that I really kind of paid attention to the fact that he had a large, not the small, the large U-Haul truck.
So yeah, I just kept hearing about this U-Haul truck. Now, Why is it significant, U-Haul or not? Well, one, a U-Haul truck can fit a lot of Legos, but the big reason it mattered to me was because I was actually called by an ex-employee of the Bricks and Minifix store in Eugene, Oregon. Remember, that's the one that Brandon and Josh owned, and he told me something very interesting.
I'm a former employee, started in 2024, and I was working under the old manager, Brian, and he sold the store to Brandon, Best, and Josh.
What store was this? Bricks and Minifigs where? Okay, now what did you see that made you want to talk to me?
I saw Reckless Ben's YouTube video about the Salem store closing down because when I was talking to my co-workers about the situation about Salem, and we were told through other employees that it was just a bad area to work in. It was like haunted, if you will, is what was going around. But after seeing the video of Reckless Ben, he exposed them, and it makes a lot more sense with what we dealt with Brandon and Josh. Like, oh, Crystal stole Lego sets and bolted out of the country.
Who says that?
Brandon Best told us. When he was dropping off all the Lego sets to us that night. And used, like, there was a bunch of used Lego sets that were like saran wrap. They had Star Wars City. They had just a lot of stuff. It was like in a medium-sized U-Haul truck.
Wait, they brought a U-Haul truck.
Yeah, from Salem to Eugene.
And to Eugene, and it had a bunch of Star Wars sets on it?
Yeah, Star Wars sets, like everything. A bunch of used stuff too.
Wait, when and was this when they took over the store from Crystal?
I believe so, yes. Yes, because he said that Crystal stole Legos and left the country.
While he has a U-Haul of Legos?
Yeah.
Interesting. Weird.
And he said, we're just going to hold on to this stuff until corporate tells us where we have to distribute it. And we're like, oh, well, it'd make more sense if we could take it because we're kind of struggling with, the product we put on the shelves.
Oh my gosh. We really got to find out. Was there a U-Haul that night or not? Because everybody's disagreeing about it. This Eugene, Oregon